Hello everybody, welcome back to Slay the Princess, episode 2. We're gonna go right back into it with our princess who says that she was worried I wouldn't come back. What do you mean? It's the first time we met, technically.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
Alright, those two were obviously struck. How does she know that would work against...
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Yeah, but... something...
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done.
I'd be the first.
What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
I want to find out what the hell's going on.
We never saw a world end. And now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Alright, listen you fucks. I'm the one in charge here. I'm the one who controls what I do. You are all just ramblings in my head. Be aware of that.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I should probably just... I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent.
You can't see my face.
An almost unsettling extent, actually.
I'm like furrowing my eyebrows. I'm confused.
Because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
And that is a very good, that's... Alright, that's a good one. I have no clue.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Except the other two voices in my head.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I have to ask, did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No. No, I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself.
I think I should have chosen that. I don't have any strong opinions either way. Just to see what she would respond. So if I say, I wanted you to end the world, she would say, I did that. If I said, what I did say, what would she say if I just said nothing or, you know. That's what I should have quick saved. I didn't bring a knife. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
Huh? Like that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
I mean, we did.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Yeah, because I don't think she could have just left, right? The door was locked. Yeah, but she could have just... I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
Alright, let's get factual, gather the facts right now. So we both remember what happened. My death resulted in a new voice of the smitten. For her, I don't know about her, but she remembers all that stuff, but she's acting completely different.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with.
See,
Am
that's
I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
No, I think it's weird too.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behavior and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
That's my only option because I didn't take the thing.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths. And if
The emphasis
you
on
try
Titanic.
anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh, that might be a constraint. We can't hurt her at all because the smitten will take over.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That's shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned.
She could have left it at her own choice then?
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more
Our
worth
hands are
living than
monsters.
that of
What
a
the hell's
true
going on?
believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. I wanted to say stop asking questions to myself, but nothing ever got solved by shutting up and just being a yes man. What the hell's going on?
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a
Okay, that's
joyful
kind of nice.
Ugh.
Shut up. You see that? That there is pure joy. You appreciate that.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved.
Okay, so I didn't take the knife so he couldn't control my body. Okay, I see.
Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
I don't know.
What do we do now?
That's a good question. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world?
Shut up!
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before. I mean, you sort of did last time, but this is different.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
You don't need to. You are hiding part of the truth. There's no need to hide the truth. It is the truth.
I think I want to leave, and I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection.
I have a bad feeling about this.
And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Never mind. Oh. I want you to tell me what you want. I really want to. Here, wait. I gotta save. I need to.
I just want to make you happy.
Did her the whole look change?
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me.
The music's changing
That's
in the
all
background.
I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Be quiet for a second. There's definitely a bad undertone to the music that changed, and I'm pretty sure how she looked changed to be more like manga, you know what I mean? But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Oh God, what the heck?
Is she broken?
What's
going on?
What's going on?
What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
I mean, I'm starting to, like, think. Nah, I have to delve deeper. But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
What the f...
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right.
the fuck?
I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
I'd say you don't have eyeballs, but I mean, you don't. They're my eyeballs. You have to want something more than just making me unhappy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
I have my bad feeling was like a little delayed, but it was nearly like it wasn't spot on, but it was close.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the
I
only
got an
ones
achievement,
here?
and they lived happily ever after. It's all she wanted. What the what the what? Wait, whoa, wait, what? What? The what? Left something else in her place.
No. She was our perfect match.
Shush, there's way more important things going on here right now for your dumb ass to be speaking and saying that.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Maybe that's not the real prince.
Mirror. Why is it here? Why now?
The narrator's gone. The narrator's gone.
He is. Does that mean the world ended?
She didn't leave though.
A villain vanquished.
Oh, she did. She got pulled by something. So technically, yeah, she did leave. I don't know where she went. I don't even know how we'd go about looking for her.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that. I can't
Oh,
believe
soup.
she was
I
taken
skipped
away
it.
from us. The nerve.
I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
It's all I can do.
Yes. I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
I can only approach the
begging
mirror.
you, don't do this.
There might be a jump scare. I'm gonna steal myself. Ignore him. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The body. It's you. It's you. That's I said the achievement. I got an achievement. The body. It's you. It's you. You are alone in a place that is empty. It's quiet here. Proceed to the cabin? You were at the cabin. Is it the princess? What the fuck?
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I am not. You do not start speaking to somebody saying you are the vessel. If somebody walked up to me and said I'm a vessel, I'm hauling ass. I am not getting possessed, and it is not fun in here. Let me tell you that. It's not. You get to deal with all this bullshit. Attack the entity to destroy your body. Do you know the narrator? I gotta save. I hope it lets me ask everything. In case it doesn't. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
The body, apparently. I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel.
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is soft and delicate, You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart.
That's what I did?
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me in here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's a fair question, I suppose. Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
This is Holy Trinity shit, I guess. But were you always a princess, or are you making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
I guess it does. The question is, were you the princess and then became something more, or were you always something more and just had the princess as a part of yourself? It is different. It's not circles. There is a distinction. It's more like a chicken and an egg thing. Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
How, do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
And how are you witnessing me with, this? Yeah, you got hands on your eyes. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
The thing we're talking to is the hands, I'm pretty sure.
I promise that it doesn't hurt.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I was sent to say a princess to stop destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you? Ladies and gentlemen, possibly one of the more intelligent protagonists, knowing what the fallacy of there is a fallacy about semantics, but I don't know if this is that. No, it's not.
I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared I found a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Oh, I gotta pull. That is a great line. Oh, I need to remember that. I gotta remember that. How many pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite.
So find.
The rest
Okay.
will find their own way home.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Are you sure? Because I remember. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
Okay. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
I will.
You won't.
I will. Ah! Everything goes dark and you die. Achievement: bring the deconstructed damsel to her. Chapter. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that
The-
path is a cabin. And in
I-
the basement of
what?
that cabin is a princess.
I got an achievement called The Real Game Starts Here. The real Slay the Princess starts here. You'll know when you know. Okay, so do different things, being on the perspectives, and pray to God I'm not gonna destroy everything. I mean, we're already destroying things by things, but whatever.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
No, you can. Okay. Forget it. I'm not. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and
Although I suppose it doesn't like help at all, because we're not gonna be able to bring his perspective back. I'm actually pretty okay with the world editing. I realize we're coming with a new dawn beyond our own. I'll go walk in the opposite direction now.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends. There'll just be nothing forever.
Hell yeah, brother.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
So I am right. The voice of the hero is created from what you do here. I don't know if it's always the hero,
He doesn't
but
know what he's talking about.
if I choose to go slay her, is it still the voice of the hero? Probably, but just with different motivations. The first hero's motivation was to save the princess. This one might seem to be his motivation is just to not do this. And I guess if I select slay her, then the heroes will just be assigned to do his task.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I hate you. Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Amen. I'm gonna do this one.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess.
And I'm gonna do it. That's what I'm doing right now.
And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too. So if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Nope. I'm already gone, bro.
Fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I refuse. Oh yeah, well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction again. In fact, I'm gonna just keep trekking to the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Music cut out, and that puts the fear of God in me. That's always the worst.
And here
It
we go.
changed.
As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar
The
wooden
music's fucked up
structures through
again.
the leaves.
Oh god.
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on?
What the fuck?
You're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Yes, but also, you have control over this. The entity behind the princess has control over the world, but you do too. Right? As this, either you have some control, or you have a part to play.
You've doomed us all.
We're really good at rolling with it.
But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, The Stranger. So okay. Interesting.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me into the cabin.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience.
The voice of the contrarian.
He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
Oh, I like this chap.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
All right, I'm doing this.
Oh, that's clever. A little boring, though. It's extremely boring. Can we really do that? Can we really just do nothing? No, you can't just do nothing. You have to do something.
Make me.
Alright, so it's decided. Even if it's boring, we're going to do nothing forever. Congratulations, you continue to waste everyone's time and do nothing. Wait, can you still hear me? Everything's getting fuzzy.
Uh-oh. That's new.
What is that weird feeling?
Oh, I know what's going on. We're going back to the
anymore.
thing.
Well, it's not nothing, that's for sure. Does that mean we messed up?
Yeah, I think it does. I was kind of thinking about that. We have to get the princess or else we don't have... I'm gonna have to apologize. Oops. Oh, wait, what the... Resistance. I forgot to do the voice. I was kind of reading. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface of your soul. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. It is useless to us if it doesn't bring more gifts. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. This world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much fun in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation. Denial. Return to your destined path or face the consequences. I'm going to do the same thing. And,
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
same thing and then go back in the second chapter. I don't think I have the option anymore.
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can...
Alright, well, commit murder. Sweet, I've always wanted off a monarch. Viva la revolution!
That's the spirit.
We're gonna play the guy. We're gonna just do our
Make
job.
your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not gonna go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to
okay, so
save
the personality's the
princesses,
same,
not
okay.
slay them. Ignore him. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Music. I don't like this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. Her voice can...
Who's there?
What?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
I'm glad I brought the braid this time.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you
I
come down and
have
let me take a look at
slight
you?
fear in my bones.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Oh, fuck off.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Yeah, no.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just
You
drop the
you
blade
can
and
totally
talk
hear it in the
things out.
voice that I think we're gonna just not. We're
Don't
trying
you
to.
dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Tighten the grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
She looks innocent again, but
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
throw it.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Throw it?
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Squinting the princess holding onto the blade.
You stare at the princess, squinting.
I have to voice my disappointment here.
She squints back. The two of you are gonna do this forever, aren't you?
Fuck off, both of you. Squint even harder.
Squint even harder. So does she. At least nobody's dying right now. You're going to have to make a choice. You can't keep squinting forever. Eventually, someone is going to have to blink. Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
It's supposed to help me, what?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow
Ow.
to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured. Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air.
Damn,
again
it's a
and
fight
again,
scene.
And her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Yeah, no, murder's the option. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing.
Does she have a scar from where the bone got cut originally?
Can
The
you not
arm?
feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
No, and I'm counting on it.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Adversary.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here to slay.
I'm gonna save it, because I want to go back and drop the knife. And you know, why I'm doing this, instead of just sticking with what I did, if they're... The entity mentioned we don't need to bring back all of her, just enough. I wonder if what we do bring matters. If we do mean things, will that affect it? If we do nice things, will it affect it? I'd rather it be nice things, so let me go back and see.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor.
Alright, but I am gonna have to
You're going to
pause it here because we're running out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll continue, so please stay tuned. Bye bye.